we're taking a little more of a serious approach here, and it hurts my heart to say this, and a lot of feelings I've been going through the motions here, and first let me just shout out some people who have been doing their damn thing for what I'm about to talk about. Shout out to the protesters here in my little town, Sierra, Arizona. Everybody's been out there. The SV Unite group that they actually put me in, and I'm actually glad they did, because I didn't even know they were getting the whole thing together. Let me first say that they were at our Crossroads area. That's over by our Target, where Hastings is. It's like one of the main parts of 92, and Fry and 90, and let me just say, put a fist up for them. They did their thing. One of my good friends, Sierra, she was one of the leaders behind it, and a couple other people I know that were there with her. Her kids were there, everything like that. So let me just go ahead and give them, a big one up for what they were doing out there. Another homie, he's out in Colorado. His homie named Derek. Big ups to you, brother. Big ups. And for everybody that's going to see this on YouTube, Facebook, I may even drop it on Instagram. We'll see. Let's talk about this here real quick. So what I want to talk about is the recent events of everything that was going on. Everything has to go with, if nobody's really akin to what's going on, or you don't have the internet, or whatever is happening with your life or whatever, or if you're just trying to stay away from social media and everything that's going on right now, because it's pretty wild. I mean, we already lost Kobe Bryant, RIP to a legend. We've been losing so many other people, that we looked up to, our idols, things like that of the sort. But there's also been a lot of, what's going on right now, the events of Mr. George Floyd, how he got his life taken away from, a police officer who had his, his knee around his neck, and the man couldn't breathe. And, that was 7 minutes. They said 7 to 8 minutes of this man doing that. And police brutality, man, it's at an all-time high, and it makes no sense. Just like that one lady, she was shot in her home. She was sleeping in her home. The cops drove in, just droned in without a warrant, from what I heard about the story. And, didn't even know who she was or anything. They said they were startled and shot her 8 times. You're startled by somebody sleeping, you shot them 8 times. Like, can we discuss this? Because this police brutality, everything that's going on, it's gotta scare, man. Like, I'm this black man with dreadlocks in my hair, dreadlocks, looking like, I got the beard, I look kind of scruffy, I look like I'm probably homeless. I know some people are gonna probably say that, but I digress. Growing up a black man here out in Arizona, in the Wild Wild West, where some of the craziest things happen, it's just, even though, a lot of my family's in the South could be a lot worse, definitely worse than where I got it. But a place where open carry is just like a no-brainer. It's a thing that is just nothing, no other, you could just carry a gun around and, people will trust you to say that you're not going to be the one to, shoot somebody dead in Walmart or anything like that. But I digress. The whole situation we're running into is that police brutality, man, it's getting wild, and when does it all end? Like, honestly, where does it all end? We're sitting here, every day of our lives, trying to live our lives the best way we can. It's possibly as much as we can, the hard it can be. And just the fact of the matter that, we have to worry about if we're going to make it home safe, if we're going to make it home okay, And I know people say the argument, whoa, black people always kill each other every single day. That's different, and a product of that society is a whole nother story for a whole nother day, because we wouldn't have ghettos if it wasn't for, communities not being backed up, or communities not having the resources other communities have, because that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. We'll get into that. And I'm not really much on politics and everything like that. This channel, as you see, is a variety channel of gaming, comedics, skits, and food reviews, funny little reviews and things I do such and such here, But as a black man, I feel like I should have addressed it, because my YouTube channel, my Facebook page, everything has to do with like my Instagram, all that. It's usually, I have like some kind of comedic flavor, or I'm doing a lot of funny stuff, or I'm showing off like my fashion, what I wear, things like that. Is to have to sit here, and I it's been like burdening me. It's been getting in my head. I work for a call center, so I'm sitting there hearing people, and this is for clothing. I hear people, worrying about, oh, well, my package didn't get here, or what are you gonna do about $5 on my discount? And I'm going, there's so much more going on in the world, and you're worried about $5 on a t-shirt. It burdens me too, because everything that happened, George Floyd, people like the guy who got shot in Texas from the cop that just busted his house while he was sitting in his living room in his apartment building eating ice cream. It just baffles me, the world we live in today. Like, you're not even safe in your own home. That's the problem. And then people are just like, not looking at the problem. Like, let's put it this way. There's a cause and effect for everything. There's a domino effect. Like, this happens to cause this. So how I look at it is, people are overlooking what caused this to turn into that, into this. So there's a difference between the protesters. There's a difference between the rioters. Now, we're gonna go ahead and talk about the rioters first. I'll go ahead and hit you guys with the hard one first. The rioters, the people who were rioting. It started in Minneapolis, where everything went down. Ground zero of everything that went down. And the riot started because in that Minneapolis Target, there's people that were shopping at Target. There's people that were protesting. So the protesters, they're just doing their thing. Peaceful protest. It was literally peaceful. They tried to, get a peaceful point across, and the police started hitting everybody with tear gas and all types of other stupid things that, don't help the situation. Like, just listen to people. Listen to our First Amendment, freedom of speech, okay? And here's where it went haywire. So with the tear gas and everything that happened, people were trying to go in and try to get help from Target. Target wasn't helping any of the rioters. I'm sorry, any of the protesters at the time. They were protesters at the time. And what created the riot is that even though Target wouldn't help the protesters, that's one thing, but they wouldn't even help people that were coming in just to shop, because they got hit with it. Because this was going on at Target. It was nearby. They were trying to go in and do their work, but tear gas and everything, they were just innocent customers. So it just caused people to riot, to break the Target in, and and the thing is, I can sympathize. Actually, I can say this: I can empathize with those rioters, because when you're stuck, cooped in the house, this whole COVID thing, it just happened. People were cooped in the house. They were sitting there, they had nothing to do, being forced to stay in their homes, being forced by a curfew, all that stuff. It'll build up. All the rage, all the insanity, everything that's going on in your head while you're not, working or keeping your mind off that. It really drives you insane, especially those people that were the ones that they love their job, but their job says, well, we can't work right now in these conditions. Or the people that, they get to their job to escape from the mediocrity, the craziness, everything that's been going on, and their work is their escape sometimes, or their work keeps their mind off things, because when you're sitting in a room by yourself, let's say like a little cubicle, or if you're sitting in a little ass area and you're just thinking all this stuff in your mind can be dangerous. It can actually flip things around in your head to think other things and do crazy things and even have insane thoughts in your mind. This is how some killers respond. This is how some people that are just not right in the head become worse. It's insane. It's insane what the human mind can do. So those people, going back to my point, those people being all cooped up and things like that, and hearing all this, seeing this stuff happen, the injustices, everything that our police, who are supposed to protect and serve us, but they're obviously not doing that. And that's where the issue is. That's where the issue lies. So the rioters had enough. They ran into that Target, destroyed it, everything like that. Now, the thing I don't condone, if it would have stopped at the Target, clearly understand that. But it didn't. So it kept going further. You know, they kept going to different stores. They started going to family-owned businesses, which the family-owned businesses aren't owned by corporations. They're not owned, you know, by people that want to increase sales or boost numbers for certain president candidates or anything like that. It's just sad to see it, you know, get this far. But you know what? That's the thing. Where did it start? Like, what caused it to get this far? The injustices of our system, which again, a lot of people are just ignoring that. They're going, well, these people, these rioters, they're going crazy. They ought to shoot them all and get them out of here, you know, everything like that. I'm going, stop for a second. Did you forget why this got here? I mean, the injustices that have been happening to black men. Hell, the black man that got shot by two random guys. The dude who was jogging. Two random guys ran up and shot him because he was jogging. They said he seemed menacing. They say he seemed like the guy who was going around stealing things from people's houses. The man was innocent. You're not cops. And I guess his father's a retired military, retired cop, whichever one it was. But no, that's not okay. This is also dating back to Trayvon Martin. George Zimmerman wasn't even a cop. He was a neighborhood watch. Neighborhood watch shouldn't even have weapons. A kid eating a bag of Skittles with an Arizona tea, has his hood on, just walking home at a normal night. It's probably cold, but you shoot him. And then, of course, more of the story says, oh, he tried to attack back. If you're a man that's coming at somebody hostile and he feels threatened, of course, it's either fight or flight. And I feel like it would have ended either way. I mean, even if Trayvon did fight back, he said he was a black belt in karate and everything like that. Even if he did fight back just to defend himself, or if he ran because, you know, he didn't want to take any chance of being looked at as a criminal, he still would have probably got shot, and they still would have probably called him a criminal. And that's the thing that people aren't seeing. They aren't seeing that we black people get victimized every single fucking day. And don't bring up that, like I said, don't bring up that point of, oh, black people kill black people and everything's okay. That's not okay either. We're not okay with that. We're not okay with having to live in the boroughs, having to live in the streets, having to live in Section 8, and then, you know, we're killing each other over some gang stuff. We're not okay with that. We're definitely not. We don't even want to be in that position in the first place. We just want to live a normal life. And that's what people fail to mention. And then I see everything about the George Floyd challenge, where people are stepping on each other's necks and everything. Like, y'all insensitive. I'm seeing a lot more racist people come out of the woodwork now because of what's happened. And it's just, it's heart-wrenching, man. It's crazy. Now, going to the protesters. Now, the protesters are the people who are, you know, trying to do everything as far as... I am streaming right now. Okay, sorry about that. I realized I was streaming. So I went to Twitch. I had to go delete everything. But anyway, as I was saying, now we're getting into the talk about the protesters. The protesters, which, like I said, my homegirl Sierra, who did her thing here in town, and then my homie who did his thing in Colorado, my homie Derek. This is the difference between protesters and the looters and the rioters. Now, the difference here is that with the protesters, they were the people, just like the rioters, they were literally people that were trying to have a peaceful protest, trying to come to police, stand on one knee, like Colin Kaepernick tried to warn us ahead of time about everything that's going on, and try to come with the police and try to come to an understanding. That's the thing. They were trying to come together for an understanding. If I had the video, I'll show you. I more than likely do have it, but let me show you an example here. Check this out.
What's better than that? We are all people. All of you are my family. All of you are my family. I love each and every one of you. I cry at night because I feel your pain. I feel the pain. I feel the pain of black people. I feel the pain of white people. I feel the pain of innocent cops. I feel the pain. We're all scared. Black, white, cop, doesn't matter. We're all scared. We're living in fear. We gotta stop living in fear. I am not your enemy. You are not my enemy. We have to share this land no matter what. By the end of the day, we have to share this land no matter what. I'm here for you. I'm here with you. I'm not angry at none of you. I love all of y'all. I don't care if you 5'2", I don't care if you're a 7-footer. I don't care if you're dark skinned, I don't care if you're light skinned, I don't care if you're white. I know. Mask or not, uniform or not. You are my family and I love you and I respect you. And I want to understand y'all. I want to understand all of you. I want to. I deeply want to understand you. I would love to come to your house. I would love to meet your kids. I would love to meet your family. I would love to see the best side of everybody here. This is not the best side of everybody here. I would love to see the best side of everybody here. Then you can change the whole perspective of how you view someone. Because of their size. Because of how you see them in different lights. Someone might have a bad day and you say they're a bad person. No. We all got bad days. We all got bad days. We gotta stop judging people only on our bad days. Because we all have them to some degree. How are you on your good days? Do you want to make a stand? Do you want to make a change? Because if we charge you and you charge us, what is that really doing? What is that really doing?
Come on, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
Fuck you! What the fuck did you do?
Are you fucking kidding me?
For what? For what?
Freedom of speech! No! What are you doing? It's unconstitutional. You're speaking.
And see, with that, this young man came out. He was crying. He was on his knees. He was begging for the police to please just understand us as a people. We're coming together. We're just trying to say we want to be a part of your lives as much as, you know, like people that want to always be that always want to, you know, speak the lingo that we come up with, like shit like dead ass, like from New York, like the New York shit, like the New York black people do, you know what I'm saying, like or any of the country slang that comes from like the South. You know, everybody wants to be black until it's time to be black. And the best way I could say that is, say for example, if you were with your black friend and you guys were just walking down the street, just normal day, and they happen to get your friend for, you know, all this stuff, like they say, oh, you got drug paraphernalia, all this, everything like that. Would you be there with him? Would you go down with him? Would you actually be there to defend him? Now, and that's crazy because there's a lot of people that will say they do, but about half of them won't. It's just real talk. And this is what the protest is about, you know, is bringing people together. And there's a lot of good love out there. There's people that are from the Latino community that are all about, you know, we're here with our black brothers, you know, we're staying strong. I love it. And then I saw the ones with the Native American people that were coming together, saying that the natives, we're here, we love our black people, we're coming together. Black lives matter first before all other lives do. And that's the thing about it. People don't seem to understand that concept. Black lives come first before all other lives do, because we're the ones that keep getting killed on a daily. And it's not just us. I'm not even going to say it's all black people. It's anybody of different color, really, because you'll see it doesn't get put in the media as much because, of course, it sells when it's a black man. But there are instances where they'll kill people they'll kill a Hispanic couple, they'll kill, you know, an Asian man walking down the street. It's just, it's got to stop. That's the point. It's got to stop. And the protesters coming together trying to level with the police, trying to talk to them, trying to see where we can come to equal ground. That's the biggest thing, and that's the biggest concern about it. If anything, I could show you, you know, let me give you an example of both my friends, Derek and Sierra, so you can see what they're actually trying to do. So check this out.
We're back out here. We're gonna be out here every day. We're gonna be out here every day, boy. Every day. Y'all gonna get tired of me. Y'all gonna get tired of me. We're out here every day.
Black lives matter! 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 Black lives matter!
Y'all gonna get tired of me, boy. We're gonna be out here every day. Every day.
If we get a description, then my guys, it's important that we just do our job. And then that's at that point in time, to me, is reasonable to ask for ID because he may not have done anything at that time that we saw, but now we put that guy in that place, and then 2 days later somebody says, hey, this house is burglar. I want to tell you this. It's important, and I see what you're saying. You're hearing, hey, when are we going to sit down? When are we going to talk? So here's the deal. We have a minority committee, all right? We have a minority committee. That's one place to start, and that's a great place.
Let him talk!
Not everybody has a committee, reference minorities. So that's been a great thing that we've had over the last couple of years now, last several years. Thank you.
We don't care if you want to listen. We want to listen to you. So have some respect and let us listen. Come on.
Can I say something for a second?
That's the way.
Hey. Yo, we're angry too. We're angry too. Hey, listen. I'm not trying to quiet your voice. We are on the same side. We're just as angry. I'm a black man in America. I've had CSPD specifically pull guns on me for no reason before. All right, I've had that happen. No lying. But listen. Listen, we're all here for the same reasons. But if you want to talk, come up here. If you want to talk, come get the mic.
And you see, with their examples as well, this is what we're trying to combat. We're trying to come together. We're trying to be, we're trying to be more people. We're trying to be, we're trying to be united. I don't know why we have to be in this big country together and have to be separated. It doesn't make sense, y'all. But that's just how I feel on everything that's going on. The riots with the protesters, with the injustices of our police. That's why I'm glad to join the cause. I'm with y'all all the way. We should have something going on this Saturday. Today's Wednesday, but there's something going on this Saturday. It's a candlelight vigil and a moment of silence type thing. I should be able to join that as well. I will give you guys more information on that. I'll put it on my Instagram. I'll also put it on my Facebook, and keep you guys all posted and everything like that. I'll probably put it on my Twitter too. If you guys join my Twitter, I'm gonna try to put this video out everywhere so everybody can see it in every single designated area and see how I feel about the whole situation. I just thought I'd bring it to this platform because I am really good at sitting there talking with somebody about this and having our debates. My girlfriend and I were getting into it. We also got into it with her dad, and her dad's white, and we had a lot of good points together. We see what's wrong, what's right, what should be happening, and it's not about race, man. It's about equality, really. Why can't we all just get along? Why can't we all just be equal? Why do we have to have racist people? Why do we have to be split apart? Why do we have to have all these injustices? It's just finally talking about it, man. It's taking a lot of weight off my shoulder to actually bring it to more people and see how you guys feel about it. like I said, I don't normally do these. It's hard for me to do these because I like to always try to keep a positive attitude. I always try to be happy, you know, bring the comedic stuff and everything like that. But with everything that's going on right now, we need to talk. We just need to sit down. We need to come together. We need to talk. We need to vent. And this is why I'm here. You know, bring it out to this platform, bring it out in the open, how I feel about everything. So yeah, that's about it there. Yeah. I don't know how to really end this, but all I gotta say is peace. I love everybody out there. I try to love everybody as much as I can, and let's come together as a people, y'all. Let's actually bring this together and stop all the separation. Why are we separated? What's up with racism? Why is it there? What's the point of it? But that's all I got for y'all. Love you all. Thank you for your support. And thank you for listening to me. Even if you don't want to listen to me today, even if you don't give a fuck about me, I'm just glad you were here to at least, you know, listen to my side of it. So, alright, y'all. Peace.